Yes, thank you, Gary, for the opening and warm welcome. And in this half an hour, I will tell you something about youth sport in the Netherlands. My name is Lars Cornilessen, and my position is Program Manager Youth Sport by the Dutch NOC-NSF. And normally, when I introduce myself, I say I have the most beautiful job in the world. So let's also say that today I have the most beautiful job in the world, because youth sport is the most important and the most funny thing in life, I think, if you ask me that question. And now I'm gonna forward. I'm gonna tell you something about youth sport in the Netherlands. And I will start my presentation with this slide. And hopefully you're thinking now, why does he start a presentation about youth sport in the Netherlands with a puzzle? This is because of two reasons. Reason one is I think I don't have to tell you why it's so important to get more youth involved in sport and what are the benefits for the youth when they be active. Is that right? Yes, a little bit yes, I hear. And the reason two is because, in my opinion, youth sport is a complex and hard process. And every day we try to find the right solutions, so the right puzzles, to get the perfect match between what the kids want and what we can afford with them and what we can give them. So I see it as a puzzle, and hopefully with this picture in your mind, you're gonna listen to my presentation. That we see youth sport as a puzzle and a hard process. Today, I'm going to tell you and give you some facts and figures about youth sport in the Netherlands. I show you some challenges that we have in the Netherlands about youth sport, and I show you our critical success factors. And later on, I hope I can make that critical success factors a little bit to your own, because I can tell a lot of it, but I think it's better when they become more to your own. Let's start the presentation with this picture, and there's the mouse. You see two types of colors. You see the blue color and the typical Dutch orange color. And the blue color stands for the children, so till the age of 12. And the orange color stands for the teens, so till the age of 18. And you see some lines and you see some bars. But let's start by the lines. In 2022, at least 67% of the children sports on weekly basis. When we go to the teens, you see that 66% play sports on a weekly basis. So there is a difference between 10% of the children and the youth, and we call that the dropout in sport. But I think the most shocking is, or the most dangerous fact is, when we go to 2018, 2019, we see that 75% of the teens play sports on a weekly basis, but in 2022 we see 66%. So we lost 10% during the corona pandemic, and we can make these figures really hard, because then we need some more years. But we're thinking that we lost a generation of teens during the corona pandemic. So in my opinion, that's really shocking. When you're looking to the bars, you see that when the kids play sports, or when the kids play weekly sports, they do it almost 8 times a week. But when the teens play sports, they do it almost 9 times in a week, or in a month. So when the teens play sport, they do it more than the children, but a little bit more. When you turn around its figures, you see that if we talk about the children, almost 24% of the children don't play sports on a weekly basis. And also when we're looking to the teens, almost 34% of the teens don't play sport on a weekly basis. So when we turn around these figures, that we have a lot of work to do to get more people or more youth involved. But there is a potential. We had some potential. The type of the sport, you see 4 colors: the red line, the blue line, the light blue line, and the orange line. And most of the Dutch children and most of the Dutch teens play sport as member of a sport club. So they are a member of a grassroots football club, hockey club, volleyball club, swimming club. But we also have a big group that play sport alone. So they're walking in the park, running in the park, take the bike for a road. And almost 17% of the youth sporters play sport as customer of a fitness club, as customer of a boot camp club, or as customer of a yoga club. That's more the commercial way. And we had a group, almost 13%, that play sports in a group, but organized by themselves, or organized by friends, or organized by family. And if you ask me the question, what type of sport do you prefer? It doesn't. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. But when I can choose, for me, it's important when play kids together, because research show when the kids and teens play sport together, they do it longer and do it more often. And also, of course, playing sport together has a lot of other benefits, like making new friends, learning about other cultures. Top 10 sports, of top 10 youth sports in the Netherlands, what do you think? Hockey, soccer, tennis, fishing, ice skating, basketball, gymnastics, athletics, swimming. A lot of typical Dutch sports, but I will show you this picture. On the left you see the children, and on the right you see the teens. The most popular sport by the children is swimming. Does anyone know why swimming is so popular? School? Safety? Mandatory? A lot of water. I learned a lot of good questions, but the most of the children start their sport career with swimming because the parents want that they finish for their swimming degree. And after, when they pass for their swimming degree, they are allowed from their parents to do another sport. So that's also a big challenge for our swimming federation. How can we keep that kids in board or in the swimming pool? But also football, gymnastics, dancing, horse riding, hockey, judo, fight sporting becoming more popular, like kickboxing, boxing, but also tennis and walking. When we go to the teens, we see some difference. The most popular sport, of course, I would say, but it's fitness. It's on the individual bay and inside fitness, but also football, dancing, hockey, walking, swimming, running. You see that walking is one of the most popular sports in the Netherlands. The reason for that was also Corona. You see that in 2022, there is a difference between 2022 and 2021, and the walking sport becoming less popular. Yes, we also have some challenges in the Netherlands if we talk about youth sport. Hopefully you saw that we also have a dropout in sport. And I think we are not the only country that have to challenge the dropout, but it's a big challenge for us. It's not really sure, but I think we lost a generation during COVID-19. And I make it as a questionnaire because we can make it really hard, but the first figure showed this result. We have a lot, I would say, but we have unacceptable behavior in the sport, like sexual unacceptable behavior, but also bullying, discrimination, racism. And the sport is not accessible for everyone, so it may count of it. It depends on where you're born and from which family you are. So people who are born in a family with a high income play more sport than kids out of family from low income. So there's a difference, and most of the trainer, coaches, boarders, and referees are volunteers. And I think on one side of the medal, that is our unique sports structure that's based on volunteers. So I think all the Dutch people are really proud of it. But on the other side of the medal, one of the reasons why kids stop play sport is that they don't like the trainer coach anymore. So there is, my opinion, there is a mismatch between the volunteers, what they can really give to the kids, and what the kids really want. So therefore, it's a challenge to fight against for us. A typical Dutch saying is that we can't sit in our chair and waiting to get more people involved in sport or to get more youth involved in sport and waiting till the figures become better. Every day we try to do it better, 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 and better. And when we talk about better, we talk about two key elements. That is more and that is more fun. And there is a difference between those two elements, because when we talk about more, we talk about more new youth sporters. So we try to get more youth in the sport. And when we talk about more fun, we focus on the sporters who are already in. And we try to get it more fun for them so that they don't stop the sport. Because we really believe that fun is the most important factor to be sport or to be active. And when we turn around, when kids don't have fun anymore, they quit and they stop with the sport. So every time when we start a new project, we ask ourselves the question, okay, what is the impact on more and what is the impact on more fun? And when there is a positive answer on these questions, we start with the project. So that's the two most important elements for us. So remember, more and more fun. We also have some ambitions, and I know that these ambitions are really high and really general, but let me explain, and I will read it up on the screen. We divide the group in 3, 0 to 4, 5 till 12, and 13 till 18. Let's start with the first. All children aged 0 to 4 have access to an environment where they can satisfy their nurture age to move. And the most important thing in this ambition is that we don't talk about sport, but we talk about move and moving. And how can we satisfy the nurture urge to move? We really believe that these kids want to move, and we help them to create an environment when they can move. So it's about moving and not about sporting. All children aged 5 to 12 go on a journey of discovery to find out which sport and which physical activities fit most their intrinsic motivation and needs. We believe that the kids go on a journey, and the journey is about to learn more about other sports, to try a lot of sports, so they can really find what they really want to do. But the journey starts when they are 5 and ends when they are about 12 years old. Later on, when the kids becoming a little bit older, they become teenagers. For us, it's important that they had to discover what they really want to do, but later on, it's important what motivates them, how they want to do it, with who they want to do it, in which context they want to do it, and how much they want to do it. Their opinion becoming more important in the way how they want to play. So 0 to 4, it's about to move. 5 till 12, it's about their journey. And 13 to 18, it's what motivates them to do and how they want to play sports. We really believe that every kid has his own beautiful journey, his own beautiful sports journey, with ups and downs, with success and barriers. And the only thing we try to do is to get a positive impact on this journey. We want to create a context where they can discover, where they can explore, and where they can challenge themselves. And we choose some buttons, and I'm not sure if buttons the right translation. Let's call it critical success factors. But we choose some critical success factors which we think that have a positive impact on more and more fun. And I will compare this with a DJ. This DJ shows a picture. When a DJ is in a context, and he is in a lot of different contexts, he constantly tries to find the right buttons for the right music and for the right signs, to get the best music for the audience where he stands for at the moment. And I see youth sport also as a little bit as a DJ. Every day we try to find the right buttons to get the best match between what the kids really want to do and what we can give them. So it's customer work, and I think there is no one one-size-fits-all approach doesn't work. We constantly have to think what works in this context for these kids and for these teenagers. I wouldn't say I'm a DJ, but I will compare it as a DJ. We have 7 critical success factors. I will explain them a little bit, and then we're gonna give you some time to make them to your own. All youth has access to to safe sports facility. So for us, it's really important that kids feel safe and feel welcome at the sport club. All youth has the foundation to enjoy sports through their life. So we really believe that when the kids are young, they build their foundation for a lifelong sport participation, and we want to help them to create that foundation. All youth has a competent trainer coach that is enabled to develop the children, but also give the children a smile on their face when they're leaving the pitch or when they're leaving the training. All activities match the wishes, needs, and ambitions of the youth. So the competition, the training, the tournaments have to match what the kids really want to do. And it could be that there is a difference between the children and the teens. So there's a difference between the competition of the teens and a difference of a competition of the children. No one is excluded, and everyone has access to a place to do sports and exercise. So what we see is that we exclude some groups. So the children with a disability, they sport less than people without a disability. We see that people from low income sport less than people from high income. And we try to get everyone in and to open for everyone, so it doesn't matter where you're born or where you came from. All parents, caregivers of youth recognize the importance of sport and understand what their role is. Parents have maybe the most important role to get the kids active, but their role is changing during the life of the kids. When the kids becoming 4 or 5 years old, the children have to take the kids by the hand and go to the club. Later on, when the kids becoming older, the only thing the parents have to do, I think, or in some situations, is to wake the kids up so that they go on time at the club or on time at the training. And when they becoming 18, 19, the only thing parents have to do is do the laundry. I will show you that the role is changing a little bit. And last but not least, we can't do it alone. So if we want to increase the sport participation, we also need other sectors. So we try to build bridges between the health sector and the education sector, so that they can help us to achieve our ambitions. So these are our buttons, which we think that have a positive impact on more fun and on the youth sport in general. And every time we have to think about, okay, which button works in the context with the children we want to reach. And I think I have 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes I can tell you something more about this critical success factor, but in my opinion it's more important that you make them more to your own. So I would ask you to describe every success factor with your own 3 words. So which 3 words come first in your mind by each critical success factor? And we have the unique challenge app, and in that challenge app we can make a word cloud. So I will ask you, please go to your challenge app on your mobile phone, and then you have to go to the keynote session 1, and above you see some interaction button, and when you click on that button, I think we're gonna start with the word cloud. So I think we can switch. So we start by critical success factor 1, and that is about safe sport. So which 3 words come first in your mind if we talk about safe sport? Okay, let's go forward to the number 2. All youth has the foundation to enjoy sports throughout their life. So which 3 words come first in your mind if we talk about that foundation for a lifelong sport participation? What? Okay, let's move forward. All youth has a competent trainer coach. And everyone has to type the word I coach kids, I think. But let's see. Yes, let's move forward. All activities match the wishes, needs and ambitions of the youth. Which 3 words come first in your mind by activities match the wishes, needs and ambition of the youth? And I also give some examples like competition, training, tournaments. Yes, let's move forward. No one is excluded. Which 3 words? And everyone has the access. Okay. But with this session, what I said before, I can tell you a lot about these critical success factors, but it's more important that you feel them and that you make them to your own and take them in your bag to your country or to a federation and think, how can we use these critical success factors to get more youth involved or to get more fun by the youth who are already in. Time's flying when you're having fun. That was also the reason why I said I have the most beautiful job in the world, because every day I can talk about youth and I can talk about sports. Recap. Hopefully, I gave you a small insight in our facts and figures. We have a lot of more inside information about how the youth play sports, how long, where, with who, in which context. But I think that's where the most important figures for now. I show you some challenges that we have in the Netherlands, and I'm really wondering which countries have the same challenges. So let's meet in the break and we can discuss about it, because I really believe that we can learn from each other. And I show you our buttons, which we think that have a positive impact of how can we increase more youth involved in sport. And hopefully you after this session you feel them also a little bit and put them in your bag. This was my presentation about youth sport in the Netherlands. Hopefully I give you some small insight of youth sport in the Netherlands. If you really want to feel the youth sport in the Netherlands, go tonight to a sport club and see all the kids playing. I think that's the best feeling you can have. But for now, from the paper, how we try to get more youth involved in sport and what our ambitions are for the upcoming years.